friends. I've been super pumped to chat with this girl, Karinne. Let me tell you why. I've been begging her to share her journey about the Phoenix journey, because I know that something's been going on in her life and I just need her to tell you about it. I don't know what it is, but something inside of me says something happened at the Phoenix journey that this girl needs to share, and I just need to help her share it. And so my friend Karinne, welcome to the podcast.
Hello, I am Karinne.
Awesome.
So, okay. Tell me again, you want me to share before, after?
Yeah. So like, what was your life like before the Phoenix journey? Like what were you struggling with right before you came to Phoenix journey?
Well, I think like most, it's like that spinoff from COVID. It was like, like during COVID, I was secluded with my family. I love my family, but as many who have many kids, it was a struggle. And so it was like, it brought on like it just that like spiral of like anxiety, depression. And then like, I found out, oh, I have ADD. Like, oh, that makes sense. Like, I totally get it. And I don't have the H. I don't have activity. Like, I am when I like talk to people and I'm
Sure
energetic, but I don't have the like, I gotta be busy all the time. It's like, I'm home, I'm gonna sit here and be blah. So anyways, that was sort of the before, and then it's just like a cycle. Like it's like I want to be happy. Like I want to be happy and healthy and enjoy my family and my family time. Yeah. Like you were just saying, which like trying to step into my new self, because that is what I'm trying to do. Like I was very thankful Jamie commented, because I was like, oh, we're gonna go out on the boat. My family would say, oh, we're gonna go on the boat, and I'd be like, no, thanks, you have fun. Yeah. Like we're gonna go to the movies. No, oh, you're gonna have so much fun. Bye. Yeah. And I stay home and I just relax, or I scroll endlessly on my phone. Yeah. Those we talked about. So during our Phoenix journey, so that was like before, like that, I was like, I need out of this cycle. Like it was my cycle. Yeah. Like I would get healthy for a while, I would exercise, I would do better. Yeah. And then something happened and like I would just cycle again. I'm like, I can't keep cycling. And I didn't know this going into the Phoenix journey. I was like, okay, like I just like, I know I need to go. I missed the first. Yeah. So Joy ran like the first, like, come on, register, you earned it, you get to go. And I missed it. The day after, I texted, I was like, hey, can I still join? She's like, nope, we might open it again. So I was like, okay. Like my gut was like, you have to do this, Karinne. I can't believe you missed it. So then it came up again. I joined. I was like, okay, I'm not really sure what we're going to be doing, but we're going to do this. Yeah. I don't know if it's for my preschool. I don't know if it's for myself. I just need to do it. And it is what I needed. Like I know I need it for my business, but for me, it was for me. Like I needed it for me. Like I did what Joy said. Like I followed the All-Stars. I joined the All-Stars. Within 3 months, I had, my local preschool up and started, and I felt like I had a very successful first year. So that I was like, I can do this. I just have to follow her stuff and I can do this. Yeah. I was like, I got this. I'm not sure what I'm going to learn, but I'm going to learn something. But for me, it was taking all like my goal that I set was for me. I was like, I mean, it's not, I don't know how to measure it. I don't know how to like have a pathway for it yet. I mean, because for me, it was like, my audacious goal was like I've said all these years, like, I want to be happy. So that is what we're doing. So, yeah. Anyways, so I know, like coming home, like I can get there. And it's funny because like I just remember sitting around at Phoenix journey and Joyce, like sitting around, and here I go cry. Like I cry a lot. And I remember her saying, don't hold it back, just let it out. And it was sort of like a relief, like, I can just let it all out. Like I don't have to try to hide it. So for everyone else, like Joy told me, she was like, don't hold it in, like let it all out. So when you feel like you are gonna cry and have like, like just do it, just cry, let it all out, think about it, process it. Because if you hold in, then it just makes you want to cry even longer. Like, look, like I feel like I'm almost like recuperated from that already. So anyways, so let me get my notes back out, because like I told Joy, she's asked me to do this, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. I even texted her like days ago. I was like, I'm gonna do this, Joy. I'm ready to give my testimony. I didn't do it. She's like, hey, I'm waiting for it, and I was like, yeah. And then today she's like, come on, do it. And I was like, oh, I've written it in my notes. I read over it. I read it out loud. I edited. I reread it. That's just me. And we learned that, you know, the Phoenix journey, like what that is, like what my growth stopper is that stopping me, like ding, ding, ding. And that's what I've realized. Even like today, I told her, I was like, I had a really hard day today. Like I wasn't very happy, and happy to the people that I love.
Sure.
But I had done a lot of thinking, because I was like, okay, I'm following the frameworks. We learned frameworks, you know, how to work through everything, how to set goals, how to have power habits, and you'll learn all of that. But it's all the steps I need to do. And you know that you have to do them daily. You have to build this new routine, because your body wants to keep going back to your old self.
Yep.
And so I was challenging my old self of like, okay, you don't really want to walk in the morning. Yes, I want to walk in the morning. I feel better when I walk in the morning. And then I knew I needed to meditate and listen to my positive affirmations and say them. But it was like afterwards, my body, my old me was like mad at me. So then it's like all of my anger was coming out, because it was like fighting me, like don't do this, you don't want to do this. I know that sounds weird, but
no, it doesn't sound weird, Karinne.
But it was like, before I would have, I mean, I still like fell into it, but I was aware, that like, okay, this is just my body fighting it.
Yeah.
Like if some of this bad stuff comes out, like it always does, like I now am aware, like, oh, my body just doesn't like that I'm trying to change. So anyways, that's where I'm at. I'm just, I've been trying to be more aware every day of like doing the things I need to do.
Yeah.
Like getting my exercise in and my outside time in, which is easy right now because it's nice out and I live on a lake, so it's super easy, but doing my good choices, and then just every day keep trying, like keep doing all the things I need to do. And part of that is my eating, and I've been really working hard on that.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing all these donuts, and my family's all outside having s'mores and putting cookies on it and Reese cups, and I'm over here like, I'm gonna drink my water and I'm satisfied. Some days I am and some days I'm not, but if I snack, it's just like nothing small, and literally sometimes I regret it. So I'm like that didn't make you feel good. So anyways, I mean, that is my journey in a nutshell. I think it's probably very similar to a lot of people, because, you know, like when I talk to friends and I talk to them, it's like a lot of people are going through the same thing with like the cycles and wanting to break the cycles. And this provides support. My sisters being there to like cheer you on and, you know, comment on your posts. I've been trying to post daily too. I was sort of like, ooh, look at all those inner circles. I was like, they're posting. I better start posting, and I'm going to read their posts because I know Joy told them to post. So I want to see what they're posting because it's probably good stuff. Anyways,
I love that.
So that's that. Yeah, I usually check them every day. Like, what they post today? I bet they're supposed to post every day. Let's go see what it is. So, you know, inner Phoenix ladies, I'm checking you every day because I want to see what you have to say. Anyways, love you guys. Yes, I see you, Jamie. I can't see everyone, but I can see you, Jamie. So anyways, I hope that's everything you want to hear.
That's awesome, but we're not done yet. So hold up.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. Thank you so much, number one, for being so open during this. I want to ask you, when we talked about, you know, addictive, destructive habits, you had mentioned, you know, You wanted to get healthy and happy. Obviously there was some symptoms of, you know, depression and other things like that. But if we go to the root, that's, I mean, how do we overcome depression? You know, but it's like, let's go to the root, because that's a symptom. So let's go to the root of where this is really coming from. And we realize that there's, you know, 6 human needs. And if we're not meeting those needs in healthy ways, we're going to meet the needs in whatever fastest way that we are going to, that our body's going to quickly be able to meet that need. Did you, besides scrolling, did you identify any other needs that were being met in an unhealthy way?
Like my addictions, like what I said
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
I got my binder out too. The addictions that I identified were food.
Right.
For me, it was like all food, like it wasn't specific.
Sure.
I had already cut out way prior to this, and I thought that would help. I mean, I'm sure it did, but I was addicted to pop, like Coca-Cola. I'm
Yeah.
from Michigan, so we call it pop here.
Yeah.
I was a pop drinker, but I had already cut that. I was like, yeah, but I know I have addictive tendencies. Like I saw it in my family, and like in the same thing, like with parents, like food, like all of that. Like I see it, like I see the same
Yep.
cycle with my mom, with my sister.
Mm-hmm.
But my dad, like I already knew like certain things. I just knew I would have addictions because my dad was an alcoholic. I was like, I'm not going to drink because I feel like that would probably have been me. But so that ended up being food, and not just it's all food. Sorry, I spun right off. It's all food. Like it's chocolate, it's sweets, it's salties, it's anything that's junk. I like it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess I could make affirmations about that. Like I eat healthy food. I am healthy. I mean,
well, and
you say it enough and it like creates a habit. Like it gets into your brain waves. It gets into your like, they're not neurons, but I mean, it creates new pathways.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And so it was the scrolling and the food. It was like, and not even scrolling. It's just like, it was like anything on my food. Like it was just the habit to pick up my phone, scroll, like get that, like, and maybe that, I don't know if that was like part of my ADD, like needing that constant, what is it called? Stimulation, like the constant, like the constant like hit. Because it was games, like it was like silly little games that like use no brain power. I would play them until I ran out of lives, and I'd be like, oh, what can I go do now? Because I ran out of lives.
Yeah.
So those food and screen time were my addictions.
So you identified then that those were meeting some of your needs, probably certainty, uncertainty, variety, connection, love.
Well, they were meeting a lot.
And so remember with the power habit, so I heard you say, you know, you're doing your walk in the morning, you're meditating and affirmations. Remember with any power habit that we do daily, we want to make sure it's hitting as many of those needs as possible. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I love that. And then what you'll notice is that even with all that, we will, because remember our 7 a.m. us is different than our 7 p.m. us, right? And sometimes every day is different. We learned about that too. So sometimes you may have huge stresses going on in your family where it's like on a typical day, you could have gone through it just fine with the power habit, et cetera, you know, and gotten through your day. But all of a sudden, like on really difficult days, family's on vacation. There's all sorts of triggers all around us, right? We're really being challenged. What I've found when it gets to that point where you're just, that stress is up in the back of your neck and you're just about ready to snap and you just feel the anxiety building inside of you because of the environment. What I've done is at that point, it is no longer about like, you know, holding it together. It's about exiting. It is about, I need to exit to go take care of myself. And if that's like, hey, I'm going to go take that bath, you know, and I'm going to go pour into myself to be able to, you know, relax and take a bath, or whether that's I'm out, good night, you know, like, and sometimes we just have to acknowledge and hopefully we have a supportive spouse to help us there. But there are certain days when it's just like, we've hit that threshold and that's okay. It was just that day. But guess what happens? We wake up in the next morning and it's a brand new day. Yes.
And I agree. I think, and I definitely do that. I have my things that I go and get away to.
Good.
And I think before I let it like
Get to that point.
not get up and be like, okay, it's a brand new day. Like I felt like it just drug on into the next day.
Oh,
but now I don't feel that way. I'm like, okay, here we go. We can start
Right.
again today.
Yeah. Because you're staking your progress, right? You're like, new day. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
And
that.
I mean, and all you can do is keep like pouring in those, you know, like affirmations and meditations that are reprogramming you also,
Mhm.
you know, to give you that positive, like, and that's what I created my own affirmations, but I'm not quite there yet because I want to record my voice to help me do them.
Yeah.
But then right before we got on, I was like, you know what? It made me realize like really our affirmations should also be how you were talking, because one of the last pages that our binder was, we needed to do my becoming list.
Yes.
And you had us, and I was thinking about that. I was like, well, if that's where I'm going, if that's what I want, if that's what I want to be, that's what I need to be telling myself every single day.
Love that.
Become your future self now is what the page says.
Yeah.
And it's just, we wrote everything down of what kind of person we want to be, who do we want our future self to be, like the characteristics and things like that. So like, I was like, okay. And so I recorded my voice in a video on my phone so that I can listen to it, and I can, as part of, you know, one of my daily, and I need to figure out what else to do with it to make it a power habit. But I know that's what I need to do. I need to tell myself, say it to myself every day.
Right.
If that's what I want to become, that's who I want to become. I need to, you know, ingrain it in my brain. So
I love that. Well, Karinne, if there was anybody who was about to start the Phoenix journey, what would you say to them?
be open to it. Be open to what Joy says, what Joy's teaching. As everyone else says it. And I'm like, yes, as many as I've heard many times at Phoenix Journey, these aren't my words, but they run through my head a lot, is I think Jamie said it a lot, was, well, if Joy tells me to do it, I'm going to do it. Or if Joy says do it, do it. Why wouldn't I not do it? And I agree. Every time like that was spoken, you know, at I don't know, the retreat, whatever we call it. Yes, the retreat. I was like, I call so many different things. At the retreat, I was like, well, yes, I should just do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing what I'm doing right now is not working. So she's got the framework, she's got it. So anyways, just do it. Just do what Joy says to do, and do the hard things, because they are hard.
Yeah.
I don't want to do them, but I'm doing them.
You are doing them.
You're doing them. I don't want to do it. I'm going to throw a temper tantrum and do it. But anyway.
So Karinne, I'm going to now challenge you. Okay. My challenge to you is, I'm asking you, 1 year from today, what is your big audacious goal that you will have achieved?
I just haven't been able to put into words, because all I keep coming back to is like literally that line is blank in my binder.
Yeah.
Like the next page where it was like, write all this stuff out about it, I could.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. It's
what is something
to be happy. That's what I struggle with.
Yes, to be happy, but what is something that you would be so thrilled to have in your life or have achieved, but you're a little bit scared to say it out loud? What's something that's just like, wow, it's kind of out there, but like, man, if I could do that.
Mine are, I don't know if they're out there. I think well, maybe they are for some. I mean, for me, it's just like, okay, I'm going to spend more time with my family, like spend that quality time with my family.
Yeah.
Like, and this is going to sound horrible. Like, I'm putting it out there to enjoy spending time with them.
Yes.
And when I say that, some people are like, holy cow, but they're wild, they're crazy, they're screamers, they're yellers, they're fighters, they're tumbling, they're tattlers. Like, so I also know, I'm spinning off again, that I need to say all those things and turn my words like they're amazing, they're wonderful, they're fantastic. I need to be positive. I need to be positive. I think
you are aware,
like
and
when
this
I
is what I
talk,
love. You're being aware of it.
I am like I'm very aware. I don't think I've ever struggled with that. I think it's been like, do it. So
Yeah.
I think it is like continuing to change my ways so that I just have a positive routine. I don't know, where it's like, okay, I exercise every day, I eat healthy every day, because doing those will make me the mom I want to be. Like when I know I have to go to soccer games, like, yeah, we get to go to soccer tonight. Woo! You know, like, okay, oh, it's almost time for dinner. Let's go make dinner together and really like embrace being with them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I'm saying I'm not sure how to track it, how to like measure
Yeah.
the growth. So
What I would say is I would track the amount of time you spend with them, because truly the more that you enjoy being around them, the more time you will spend with them. And it's literally as easy as tracking time.
yeah.
You know, this was a hard day, I maybe spent, 30 minutes with them, or, couldn't play a game with them today. But you know what? The next day, I sat down and I played a game with my kids, for 20 minutes. Right. So, I mean, it's as easy as tracking the amount of time you spend with them, because you're
Yeah.
going to see the thing I know to be true, Karinne, is just as your taste buds are changing, as you start eating healthier food, your mindset changes as well. And
Mhm.
every day you keep showing up for yourself, you keep keeping commitments to yourself, you will feel so much happier inside, and your thoughts about your family, about the time you spend with them, will continue to just get exponentially happier and happier. I know that to be true because it's literally happening to me. And so this is my hope for you. But Karinne, I have one last thing to ask you.
Okay.
Last thing. Karinne, if you don't make this change.
I actually wrote a sentence about that. And I'm going to read it. So let me go find it. Also, for everyone who's commenting, I'm going to go back and read them because I know I've been seeing them pop up and I'm like, I want to read all those. So I'm going to read them. I said, I knew leaving that if I didn't do the things that Joy's framework taught me and overcome my growth blockers, my life would just keep repeating itself. And I just don't want that anymore. I don't want to keep having this cycle, because it's like I said, today was a hard day. Like I did some of the things I needed to do, but I still had the triggers. So it's like, it's going to take time. So, and I know I'm not going to quit because that won't get me anywhere. It'll just get me laying around crying all the time and shut my door. And,
Yeah.
My kids like, no, oh, Mom's in there. Like, she's not doing good today. So, yeah. So I guess they need to see me happy most of the time. I mean, they know I cry. They know I always have, but there's crying and then there's like depression, crying, anxiety, where it's like, I'm not coming out. Like, don't come talk to me. I love you. Or not even I love you. Just go get food out of the fridge. Go figure it out. Go ask someone else.
Right.
So they don't need that because that's the ultimate. Like, I don't want my family to grow up this way. Like they don't need to then do this cycle. They don't need to be, like upset. Me growing upset, angry, humans. Like if I don't stop it, it's just going to keep cycling. It's just going to, I don't want them to be unhappy. And my unhappiness rubs off on them. So I want to be happy so that they're happy and they feel good about themselves. And that's that.
Karinne, I am so proud of you again for being so open and honest, and having come from a background very similar to yours, and having been doing this now for almost 5 weeks. Karinne, I can tell you, in all of these 5 weeks, I have never once had one of those days. I have had difficult days. I have had times where I need to go check out, go take that bath, go to sleep early. I've had those days where I've hit that threshold, but I have not, and I do not believe I will have another one of those days that turns into sometimes weeks where I'm not even available for my family. And so I, with full love and support for you, am so proud of you for taking this journey, because I know the power it can have on your family and on your life. So this is my last challenge to you. Thank you for sharing. Your big audacious goal is to be happy and to spend and to love spending the time with your family. So this is my challenge to you, just as I would give to the inner circle. And that is every day, Karinne, I'm going to be looking for your Facebook feed, and I want to see you posting one thing a day, something about whatever you feel makes you happy that day. And that could be in business, that could be in family, that could be with yourself, that could be with anything. But I'm going to challenge you, because I truly believe you are right there to locking this in. Like you have been doing the work, you have been doing the frameworks, and it's like those gears and they're like right there ready to lock in for you for once. And so we are all supporting you and cheering you on, and just can't wait to continue to see you living your happy life.
Thanks, Joy.
You're so welcome.
Appreciate it.
All
I
right.
see everyone posting. So, but while I'm still on, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all your encouragement. I'm going to go read it now and feel better.
Awesome, Karinne. All right, Fred. We'll see you soon.
Bye.